Hell, guys, we're going to the worst Nintendo games of all time according to the top tens, and we do have some rules here. Okay, they have to be involving Nintendo-owned IPs or characters, and second of all, they have to be, you know, on a Nintendo. Actually, they're all not Nintendo games released not Nintendo consoles. So yeah, they have to involve anything Nintendo owns or owns. So yes, so even though Superman 64 is on a Nintendo console, it does not count as a Nintendo game, nor does Bubsy as well. So first two games as Hotel Mario, which is known for the huge poops, and yeah, Hotel. I haven't played Hotel Mario, but yeah, it's basically a game where you break doors as Mario. It looks boring. The only good thing that came out of Hotel Mario and the CDI Zelda games is the YouTube poops. They're the only good things that have came out of the games. And YouTube poops, of course, they're funny and hilarious. But yeah, these games are not really made by Nintendo. So they're made by Philips, so they really shouldn't really, count as Nintendo games. But they are using the Nintendo license, the Nintendo characters for these games. So yeah, they count as Nintendo games because they're still using the Nintendo license characters. Same thing with Zelda Round of Ganon and all the other CDI games. So yeah, we're not going to talk about the CDI games any longer because we all have to know why the CDI games are bad. Next is Mario Odyssey Skiers Preschool Fun. It's a educational Mario game, and yeah, you know, and it's basically a Mario game for kids. Okay, it was on the Super Nintendo. It was intended to be a Mario game for preschools, for kids, and really nobody wanted it, and no one bought it except for like parents. Like, oh, you know what Mario character we like? Let's make Mario teach our kids stuff, and no one wanted. No one wants it. Next is Sticker Style. Won't be surprised. Sticker Style is just terrible. It's a bad pick and Mario game. The puzzles are terrible. Yeah, everything about this game is terrible. Okay, it's an RPG game where the battles are completely pointless. Okay, I hate grinding in RPGs. I think that's the worst part about the genre. But battles in this game are completely pointless. There's no point in the game to battle. The battle system is terrible. The story is just the same old Mario stories, and of course they have all the generic Mario enemies. And Color Splash, at least they had a story in that game. And yeah, Nintendo should really be ashamed that they made this game. Even though it sold 2.7 million copies, Nintendo should really be ashamed that they tricked 2.7 million people into buying this pile of crap. Next is Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. And yeah, Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival is basically a terrible game. Nobody bought it for the Switch, not for the Wii U. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival is just a game that shouldn't exist. It's a Mario Party ripoff, but you have to use amiibos to play the game. Next game on the list is Wii Music. It's only known for that one really bad E3 trailer, and yeah, that's basically it. I haven't played it, so yeah, I don't have an opinion on it. But it's known for a really bad E3 trailer, so it's on this list. Metroid Other M, it did ruin the Metroid franchise and made the Metroid franchise a dead franchise because nobody liked this game. It has the Wii, and it's one of the reasons why the Wii sucked because they had to besides the story, they had to force motion controls like in every other Wii game as much as possible. That's why I hate the Wii. The Wii sucks. There's no way to turn them off. I wish in Mario games like Mario Galaxy you could turn off the motion controls so you can play the game like a normal game. But that's why the Wii sucks, because the Wii has terrible controls. Okay? Donkey Kong Jr. Map, another educational game. And yeah, that's what it really is. And yeah, nobody really cares about this game. It is on like virtual console, but no one's gonna buy this game. Hey You Pikachu, that's known for the really, really bad game where you can control Pikachu with your voice. And yeah, basically you can't control Pikachu, and this is an unplayable mess. That's what Hey You Pikachu is. And it really was one of those games that came out the cash grab of the new Pokemon craze that was out and about. And yeah. Next is volleyball. Cuckoo Land. Yep. Cuckoo Land is a game that nobody cares about. It's a game that everybody forgot about. And yeah. Same for Urban Champion. It's known for the really bad 3DS version. So yeah. Next is another CDI game. Mario Kart Double Dash. Yeah, it shouldn't be really. Mario Kart Double Dash shouldn't be on the list. The worst Mario Kart game is Mario Kart Super Circuit. And Mario Kart Super Circuit isn't even bad in terms of game quality. Mario Kart Double Dash isn't a terrible game. Okay, of course Mario Kart has gotten better over the years. Of course, the Mario Kart 8 is of course better than Double Dash. But yeah, Double Dash do not be on the list considering that it is probably easily one of the better Mario Kart games. It's definitely better than Mario Kart 64, which 90s kids to all end will praise as the best Mario Kart game in the entire world. And no Mario Kart game can ever top that game because it's part of my child. Okay, stop. Smash Bros. 64. Well, it's another game. Well, the game, yes. Right now, the game has AIDS poorly, but for the time, it was an amazing game. It was a revolutionary game. Of course, Smash Bros. 64 is gonna suck compared to Smash Bros. 4, Brawl, and Ultimate. Of course, there's like 12 characters, like 5 modes, and that's it. But I bet, but of course, this game was This game was very revolutionary. Like, it's kind of like putting Mario 64 on the list because the game's improved since Mario 64, and Mario Kart games have improved since, especially Mario Kart Super Circuit. No, Super Mario Kart, not Super Circuit, Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo. Mario is missing. I can agree on that one. This game's a bit surprised not in the top 10, but Mario is missing. It's a terrible game. Terrible game. It's an educational game. Sounds like it's an entertaining and fun game, but it's really just boring educational game where it teaches you about history and stuff. I don't want to learn about history in my Mario games. Next is Mario Party Island Tour. Yes, Mario Party Island Tour is easily the worst Mario Party game in the entire franchise. Okay, easily the worst Mario Party game besides Mario Party 10. But yeah, Mario Party Island Tour continued the same garbage trends as Mario Party 9, and And yeah, nobody liked this game, but it still managed to sell 1 million copies because Nintendo fanboys are just cheap and will buy any crappy game, new Mario Party game that came out. At least Super Mario Party is at least going on the right steps in the right direction. Next is Melee and Home. Again, Melee, the game, of course, the games have improved since significantly since the game. But yeah, Melee, just because it's overrated doesn't mean it's I'll be the worst Nintendo games of all time. Mario Kart, that was for the Virtual Boy. Skyward Sword, yes, this game is considered the worst Zelda game in history. Why? Because, of course, it's on the fucking Wii. And we all know the Wii sucks. Metroid Prime Federation Force, yes, this is a disgrace to Metroid. I saw the trailer, it's it's one of the worst games of all time. And yeah, you can't even play as, the girl from Metroid. Why would he play this game? Why would he buy this game? Okay? Yeah. Yeah, it's on the 3DS as well. And yeah, nobody bought this game. And you wonder why the 3DS didn't do as well as the Game Boy? Well, you have Nintendo giving us Metroid Prime Federation Force, so they could have really gave us an actual good Metroid game instead. It took until 2017 for them to actually give us one when the 3DS was already dead. Super Mario Bros. Special, Devil's Foe, it's actually a third-party game for the Wii U, but it was only on, but it still had a Nintendo stamp of approval on it. But yeah, this game was so bad, got forgotten really quickly. Next is 1-2 Switch, yes. 1-2 Switch is on this list because the game sucks. Nintendo said, oh look, remember the Wii? Remember how great Wii Sports was? Well, let's make one like that. And yeah, nobody bought this because it sucks. 1-2 Switch sucked, okay? Easily the worst game for the Switch. Next is Smash Bros. Ultimate. Of course, Smash Bros. Haters. Put on the worst games of all time for a while. Stack Up, that's a game that nobody really cares about. No one really remembers. It's only remembered for being one of Rob's 2 games. Super Mario 64, of course, this is what I mean. This is not a Nintendo game, okay? This is worst Nintendo games, not worst games on Nintendo consoles, okay? It's the same thing with Devil's Foe. These are not really, Devil's Foe and Super Mario 64 are not really Nintendo games, okay? Not really Nintendo games. And, yeah, if people, yeah, this game is not a Nintendo game. It's a third-party game made by Titus, not Nintendo. Superman is not even a Nintendo character. Next is Metroid. Well, Metroid is, it's not a bad game. It's not a terrible game. Super Metroid is better. And yeah, and Metroid Prime and Super Metroid are much better than this game. But yeah, Donkey Kong Country 2D Conquest, I don't know why it's on this list. Next is New Super Mario Luigi U, okay? New Super Luigi U is totally worth the money. For extra $20, yeah, this game was terrible. So if you bought New Super Mario Bros. You know, this game is a waste of money. You know, it's essentially, instead of making a new game for the Switch that people will actually buy, Nintendo said, okay, what should we release for the Switch, for the Wii U, okay? Big Zelda game? Nope. Mario Kart 8? Nope. Smash Bros? Nope. A unique new IP? Nope. New Super Luigi U? You wonder why the Wii U failed? Because this game existed. I won't be surprised if this is one of the reasons why it's continued to the Wii U's death. New Super Luigi U. Next game on the list is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. This game was not published by Nintendo. It was developed by. It was not really published by Nintendo. It wasn't made by Nintendo. It was made by. It wasn't made by. It was made by some other company and published on the Nintendo systems. And yeah, it's not really a Nintendo video game per se. Super Mario Odyssey, not really deserving on this list like Smash Ultimate and a few other games. Super Mario Bros. 2, yes, it's different. I don't really like Super Mario Bros. 2, but I don't really think it's deserving to be on the worst Nintendo games of all time. Yeah, you know. And yeah, Mario Bros. 2. And yeah, there's someone complaining about Princess Peach. Yes. Because, of course, the Peach haters, of course, are, ruined the worst Mario characters list as well. Mario's Time Machine. Another really bad, game that nobody remembers. Star Fox Command. I actually had this game, but yeah. And yeah, one of Nintendo's worst fan bases even agreed that this game was terrible. And even Nintendo said that Star Fox Command was not even canon because nobody likes this game. This game was terrible. It sold poorly. It sold like crap because this game was a failure. And yeah, this game was a death sentence in the nail to the Star Fox franchise. That's why there wasn't one for the Wii, and there wasn't one all the way until Star Fox Zero, and that was also a failure as well. People about Color Splash, of course. Color Splash, of course, it was terrible. It was the same garbage as Sticker Style. It was, the same trash repeated twice. And when I looked at the trailer, I was like, really, Nintendo? You're doing this again? We already didn't like Sticker Style. We didn't like Sticker Style. We're not going to like Color Splash either. Next game on the list is Wario the Master of Disguise. Wario Master of Disguise, have not played it. But yeah, it's kind of another forgotten game that surprisingly is on this list. Next is Splatoon 2. Don't know why Splatoon 2 is on this list. Maybe it's because of all the weird fan art of Splatoon Online. Don't know. Next is Yoshi's Story. Yoshi's Story is probably on this list because it's easy. Next is Nintendo Badge Arcade. Yeah, this game is just terrible. It's a free Nintendo game, and it's a game where they want you to pay to get these badges, and you have to pay until you get the badge you want. It's just, why would you buy this game? Why would you waste your time on Nintendo Badge Arcade? Why would you waste your time? Next is Mario Party 9. Well, they ruined the Mario Party franchise with this game, with the stupid car and stuff, and yeah, the vehicle system is crap, and yeah, you should be able to go where you went, and yeah, basically, it's the new role for Mario Party. Next is Kirby's Adventure. Though Kirby's Adventure is not really it's not bad. It's not a bad game. Pokemon Snap. Yeah, it's kind of a game that didn't really age well. Only 90s kids played this game to all end. Well, yeah, Pokemon Snap isn't really this amazing game like 90s kids will make it out to be, okay? It's the same thing of another game called Mario Kart. Mario Kart 64 is still a decent game, but they really make out like Pokemon Snap's like this amazing game. And people have been begging for a sequel to Pokemon Snap, even though there never will be a sequel to Pokemon Snap ever. Next is Super Mario Strikers. Don't know why that's on the list. But yeah, Mario Party Luigi Dream Team. It was okay. It wasn't terrible. It was definitely better than Paper Jam. At least it had, unique stuff in the game. At least it tried to be unique in this game. Unlike, Mario Luigi now. Animal Crossing New Horizons, yeah, it's on this list because of the stupid save thing. Mario Party 10, yeah, it's continued the garbage formula of Mario Party 9, and Nintendo didn't learn the lesson. But Mario Party 9 and Mario Party Island Tour, because they still sold millions of copies, because the Seep still bought them. Next is Pokemon Conquest. Yeah, it wasn't that great. Pokemon Conquest I bought it and I was like, yeah, it sucked. It wasn't that great. And yeah, I think a lot of people can agree that this game wasn't really that amazing. it was kind of forgettable. And yeah, next is Replay, and yeah, nobody really cares about this game. It's known for the Wii remote that was included in the game. And yeah, Splatoon 1 is on this list next. And yeah, next is Wii Fit. And yeah, Star Fox Zero. Yeah, this game was the worst Star Fox game. You know, this is why no one likes motion controls, Nintendo. This is why no one likes it, okay? No one likes your motion controls in your game. Zelda's Adventure, that was a CDI game that nobody liked. And yeah, Mario Tennis. That must be the original one for the Virtual Boy. Zelda 2, Mother. You know, um, Mother 2, no, Earthbound Zero or Mother is not Mario Bros. 2. Next is Gates to Infinity. Well, of course, it ruined Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, of course. You know, it's the worst Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games, and except for Super Mystery Dungeon, and the garbage remake to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue. Yes, that game is also garbage, and yeah, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity is terrible. It's not that great. It's actually okay. It kept some. It was really a disappointment. It wasn't really that terrible. Super Mystery Dungeon is what really ruined Pokemon Mystery Dungeon franchise for me. Gates to Infinity was a disappointment, you know, and yeah, it was they introduced this Magna Gate system which nobody cared about, and yeah, they introduced these really bad sound effects. The soundtrack was okay. The sound effects was like really, and they continued using these Gates to Infinity sound effects. Cause I don't really like the Gates to Infinity sound effects, cause I like the original ones instead. They were much more better. The art style was pretty okay. It was pretty okay for a 3DS game. You know, Gates to Infinity, yeah, Gates to Infinity was more female. Gates of Infinity was just a meh game. But those were better. They had better storylines, but Gates of Infinity, it still has, it still is better than Super Mystery Dungeon. That game was trash. Tonality Wife, why Tonality Wife on here? It's just, why? Super Princess Peach, because of Peach, you know, because Pete, yeah, this is why Super Princess Peach was actually an okay game. It was, it's mostly Peach haters that are hating it, okay? Because it's a Peach game, Mario Galaxy, because it's a Wii game. The Wii sucks, okay? That's why it's it should be Wii for Wii sucks. Hopefully the remake of Mario's Free Galaxy is much better than the original, because at least I'll play that if it doesn't have a motion controls in the game. That can include Pokemon Stadium 2, Pokemon Go. That game was terrible. So yeah, let's get into the non-bad games or games that nobody cares about. And yeah, we're gonna be done with this list. And yeah, Sonic is not Nintendo. Bayonetta is not Nintendo. Powerpuff Girls is not Nintendo. Sonic Boom is not Nintendo. Yeah, we're getting to non-Nintendo games now, or the obscure stuff, or the new crap, like Pokemon Sword and Shield. That game is garbage. But yeah, we're getting to like the obscure stuff, or the games that people are that like one person said it sucks, and all the people are arguing with them over what it does not sucks. And yeah, that's basically it. Goodbye.